My bad for falling. I'm far from perfect, but I know I'm not worth it.
One, go. We are live now.
Good evening to all of you. On behalf of Riva Engineering College, it gives us immense pleasure to assemble all our audience under the umbrella of today's session. In the service of nation since 1964, Riva Engineering College has wound up. We have MBA gradings to our three branches and has both UG and PG programs in the campus. Our today's session, which is an initiative by Training and Placement Cell and RECpedia, named the Alumni Circle, features an MP lecture series by our respected alumni, giving us a golden opportunity to organize these MP lecture series to sensitize and motivate students and faculties during their academics. These Impact Lecture Series not only establish streamlined campus innovation and guidance ecosystem, but also helps in establishing strong connection with alumni at regional and national level. Our Alumni Circle mission is to provide guidance, host technical talks, offer placement assistance, and cultivate essential soft skills to ensure students are job ready. Through a supportive network of alumni, we aim to equip students with the knowledge and resources they need to success in their professional endeavors. Barack Obama rightly said, future belongs to those who understand that energy is not just a commodity, but a catalyst for progress and prosperity. For our today's talk, aimed at guiding our students, we are honored to welcome our esteemed alumni from the batch of 1971, Mr. R.S. Sharma sir. He will be sharing his insights on the topic employment opportunity in power sector and how
management does come, but knowledge comes first. Next, please. What are the career opportunities now? This is, of course, of interest to you. One is the power generation, that's thermal, which is called fossil fuel, coal and gas. This is where my most of the career has been spent in this power generation, the fossil fuel. Friends, it's highly capital intensive. And it offers really a lot of challenging opportunities, not only to learn, but to grow as well. I have grown in this sector only, right from the engineer right up to the top, whatever you have seen. I have grown in this sector only. Now the thrust I have already spoken to you is only on the renewable. So renewable energy is the one sector probably where you can really harp your career. But again, let me tell you, students, ultimately it's all knowledge. When you are going to appear before the interview board for the selection, your knowledge shall be tested, mind it. Other things shall be, but the weightage for your knowledge shall be much more than anything else. And then transmission, already I have talked to you that what it is. The Power Grid Corporation is a major organization, and in NTPC and in the power generation, it's the NTPC which is the premier organization. And let me tell you, NTPC share in the thermal generation or in the whole generation is around 20 to 22%. That means every fourth and fifth bulb that is getting lighted around you, power from NTPC flows. And this is what we say. NTPC has entered into the life of each and everybody in our country. Now today it is 75 gigawatt company. The Power Grid Corporation and NTPC, they are the two which are the pillars of the power sector of India now. One is in the generation and another is the transmission. And of course now renewable. Many players are coming. NTPC has also entered, but then many private sectors. Renewable is mostly managed by the private sector. I will let you know in the next slides. Next, please. So far I have talked to you about three career opportunities. Now this is the hydropower. This is non-fossil. I'm sure you must have read climate change and zero CO2 emission, net zero emission. That means CO2 should not be there. Hydropower is again one. After renewables, that means solar and wind, is hydropower. We have got a huge potential for the hydro, but unfortunately, this has a lot of displacement and a lot of politics indoors, and this has delayed a lot. But as the renewable is growing up in the country, it has become necessary for the country to really go for the hydropower. And in the hydro itself, the country has a potential of more than 100 gigawatt. And now the present trend has come of a PSP, pump storage plants. Present capacity is more than 5 gigawatt. In your Madhya Pradesh itself, one private company is developing 1.4 gigawatt of PSP. Tehri, everybody must have heard the name actually, I'm sure, of Tehri. Is also building up 2.4 gigawatt pump storage, and this is going to be commissioned in 1 year. And what I would like to advise you, that you must visit this hydropower. And this must be done during when you are a student. Your left side is showing the hydro. I'm sure you must have understood it. It's very clear. Nothing to explain there. Next, please. So hydro is another carrier after the thermal renewable transmission. Then hydro, nuclear power. Nuclear power is going to save this earth from the shortage of power. Renewable have lot many issues. When you will really mature yourself and when you come into the practical field, you will understand that renewable has got its own share of problem, though it may not be emitting CO2. Nuclear is not like that, but it has got its own problem. But I will not like to go into that. I am not a nuclear one. I am sure that some session shall be organized on the nuclear power, and you must take really keen interest to know about this. And this is the nuclear power which is going to be the future of the not only India but of the whole world. Let me tell you. And you can make your career in the nuclear power actually. NTPC has also joined the journey of nuclear. Now the Nuclear Power Corporation and NTPC have done a JV, and one power plant they are trying to build near Jabalpur, Mandla, in the land survey or land acquisition in progress. Next, please. These are the various roles in the power sector, which I won't like to dwell upon. I think by this time you must have understood. But these are the different roles in the power sector and skills which you will get right from your engineering to your environment sustainability. This is what you understand. And this is a sector where the last one, that's environment and sustainability, becomes very key. If you are not sustainable, you are gone. This is what the time of today. So that's something very important. All these functions really becomes very vital, and you will have to play all these roles at one time or other, depending on what level you are you. Next, please. Friends, when we graduated, probably the degree was enough, but not now. You require specializations. It's the specialization which will really enhance your capability and employability. And there are the specialization in the power sector side. Many the efficiency gain. The power stations or the transmission and distribution which were probably built up in the 1970s or 80s maybe not be that efficient. So that means a continuous investment has to flow to make them really efficient. So this is one very, very important area, more so for the generation sector. And this also equally applicable for renewable. When we first really renewable revolution came up in somewhere in the 2014-15, I was in 2010 in NTPC, and you know what the cost of electricity from solar? It was around 18 to 19 rupees. The world was saying it's non-viable. Solar can never be like that. And do you know what is the cost of power now? It's about 2 rupees, 3 rupees. And probably the world is trying even for 1 rupee. But the problem is that solar कि जो panels हैं हो सकता है इतने efficient नहीं हो, so a lot of things and a lot of researchers are going into the solar panel to make them efficient. So the efficiency, the subject matter, it's required everywhere. Then in the smart grids, when you have got the coal, renewable, nuclear, there is a lot of automation required, a lot of communication required, a lot of IoT data is required. You do not know when some will go and then something should get switched on, hydro, etc. So now the grids are really becoming smart. When the frequency goes, now they have got the ancillary power and all those things, and they automatically that gets now started up. Now the load dispatch control, the SCADA of the power grid. If you come today, you must really visit that, which is now done by the Grid Control of India. You will find such a tech thing. You will feel like that you are sitting in the NASA control room. This is what sort of the control limit is there. And then the policy and regulation. Well, this is a very vital structure which has come in the power sector. It was not there in the somewhere 98, 2000. You know that electricity had been the most abused sector of this country. Most abused. And that became the need of the hour to bring in the independent regulators. And this is where. This is another area where you require a lot of capacity to really, for the analytical skill, for thinking, for looking to the future. You should have the knowledge of engineering, you should have the knowledge of economics, you should have knowledge of the commerce and lot many things, and this is where this is. You must have even the knowledge of law. And lot many engineers are doing even the LLB, LLM for that, so that they should be successful here. So this is again this very specialized area. Next, please. Another specialized area is the project management trend. Why so? Why the project management? Project management is the planning, engineering, planning, execution. You know, in our country, if you really see the statistics of the government of India, lot many projects are delayed, not only by 1 year or 2, but by 10 years, 15 years. And you know what is the overcost? It goes 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. And any project which goes high like this, it becomes totally unviable. And this is where the project management comes. This is a very, very specialized area. You can learn about this during your college time itself. I would like to, whenever I am there on offline with you to the college, in the college, I would like to discuss with you and the college principal how this project management you can learn during your degree itself. You may not get a specialization, but you will know lot many I will say the ins and outs of this project management, and that will really make you to grasp all these things very well. Energy policy analyst. Again, students, this is the same thing what I have talked. This probably there has to be somebody away from everybody, the engineers who are managing, who are building up, who are operating, or who is doing the regulation and all those things. There has to be somebody who should analyze critically what things are going right or what things are going wrong. And he should be able, or he or she should be able to advise to the government and to the body who are doing all these things. And this is what the policy analyst actually. You require a lot of data gathering. You require analytical skill. You require prediction. What will happen if this is not done so? And you must have seen, if you really visit the Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, the past 10 to 15 years, you will find how the policies have evolved over a period of time. It's on the website of the CERC. Sometimes if you're free, you must visit those sites and you will have the knowledge of how the policy in the power sector have really changed, not only in the generation, transmission, distribution, everywhere. So this is again a very, very specialized area. Next, please. Next, please. Oh, yes. I think this is the area which you all know that, and this must be all very dear to you. Data analytics and artificial intelligence and all those things. I find this is the most favorite topic of the students of today. The artificial intelligence, robotics. You talk to anybody, you should not learn the machine learning. You should learn the AI. You should learn the data analytics. I think that's something is the talk of today. So you must be all doing, I am sure. I am nothing against that. I also want it. So this is another specialization and which the power station, the electricity sector requires this. Artificial intelligence. When I was still active in the power generation field, I had really tried to adopt it in-house. Some of the artificial intelligence tool and data analytics for my improvement of certain power generation parameters. So this is something very, very powerful. You must have really, don't know only, you have much deep knowledge into that. Whatever I'm saying, the superficial knowledge, surface knowledge is not going to work. You know only one thing, but you know in depth. And same is the cyber security. Such a large grid, you are under attack of the hackers. And this has been attempted. The entire country can come to the dark. And this is where the cyber security personals and knowledge is that much essential. The smart grid technology, again, the Internet of Things, IoT, communication, data, grid solutions. This is something, again, which very, very much a specialized area. I'm sure that this all you must be having in some way or other. But please go much, much deeper into that. You will have time when you will go in the career, probably you can know much more also. But even at the college level also, try to go into the depth of that. Be fundamentally very clear. Make your fundamentals very clear. In your jobs, in your interviews, your fundamentals which shall be tested. Not that entire theory you have to say, but your fundamentals shall be tested. So you should be very clear about the fundamentals of the things. Next. Employment opportunities. Next, please. I have talked my talk today on the power sector. In the power sector, there are three types of the organization: central PSUs, private sector, and the state sector. Next, please. In our country, the PSUs have a share of nearly 25%, out of which 20% is by NTPC only, 5% of rest of the PSUs. And in the PSUs, I will tell you in the next slide, there are Maharatnas and there are three types of organization. Okay, next please. Maharatna, Naratna, and Mini Ratna. These are the three types of the PSUs which the government of India has made in the central PSU. Maharatna means the board is fully empowered. Nothing goes to the government for anything. The board is fully empowered. NTPC was the Maharatna during my time itself. And you know that when I was there, I had around 21, I was heading around the board of 21, 22, out of which around there were the 10 or 11 the independent directors and 8 or 9 were the functional directors. Government only sent its nominee. So all the decisions are taken by the board. Nothing goes to the government. So this is the one organization which works the Maharatna. They are, you can say, the private sector in the PSU. They work like a public sector. They work like a private sector. Their efficiency and everything is much, much better than even the private sector. I have worked in the private sector for a quite good amount of time. I have worked in the PSU certainly for a very long time. And I can tell you, if you have to vote, if I had to vote, I will certainly vote more for the PSU than private sector. Then Noratna. These are the Noratna. Noratna, there are certain revenue and there are certain things. They have got some less power than the Maharatnas. And Noratna and these categories are decided by the turnover. And on the basis of turnover, then 5 years profits, and then accordingly they give the status. Mini Ratna, this NHPC, they are further lower in that. The pay scales are also lower. Maharatna certainly have higher, Navratna on the next, and then Mini Ratna. NHPC and SCNL, the other two hydropower sectors, I will say, and they are in the Mini Ratna. BSNL, Great India, Airport Authority, they are all the Mini Ratnas. Next, please. Then I would like to tell you, the Maharatna companies like Indian Oil Corporation, BHEL, ONGC, they're all the Maharatna. I'm not saying only that you target the power only. You can try even these one also. And one thing more which I have written in my last slide, that today the power sector of being managed by the private sectors, in most of the senior positions, there are NTPCs. You will find in the oil and gas sector, most of the people are from the oil sector, either Indian Oil Corporation or ONGC. You find out their biodata, you will find somebody will be there from ONGC, somebody will be there in the Oil India, somebody will be from the Indian Oil Corporation. If you see in the power sector, you will find mostly from NTPC. This is what the capability these organizations have developed over a period of time. What is the enabling criteria? Let's go into that. Probably you will be most keen for that. You certainly require degree in engineering. Almost all the PSUs are more for degree holders, not for non-degree. Even my time, earlier to that, when we were entering, there were the diploma holders, but after that they had to stop. I don't know, policy change from time to time. And then the सबसे बड़ी चीज जो है GATE score. Earlier, there used to be advertisement, there used to be examinations by the organizations themselves. Now they are all going for the GATE score. And after the GATE score, shortlisting and GT interviews. Next, please. Yeah, this is just, of course, I've already said. Next, please. Next. Now, when I say the GATE, now GATE certainly, what I have come to know and what I have been told, that GATE is quite tough. Not the passing, but these big PSUs, particularly Maharatna,
I think we have lost his voice, as also his screen is also frozen. Tanish, is it the issue is from his side?
Sir, I'm trying to connect with Sharma sir. And then Tanisha engage the session.
I think you can connect him to our phone and find out what's the problem.
Yeah, sir, you're clear. So please could you turn on your mic? I think we lost connection.
Am I audible now?
Yeah, sir. Please continue.
I'm sorry, I think there is some connection problem here. I'm talking about power, and you see, this is what it goes. This is the most funny thing of the life.
No issues, sir. You may proceed.
So, what I was trying to explain to you about the gate actually. Now, gate is very, very tough. It's not easy. This is what I'm saying. And tough in the sense that you require very high scores for the gate. Now you have got your own degree exam and then this gate. I'm sure this must be the dilemma for the students. I would like to know from you during the during your interactive session, how is your feedback for the gate actually for that? Yeah, am I audible now?
Yeah, sir. Now you're audible.
So I would like to know more from you during the interactive session, what you say for this gate. I will leave here about the gate. I would like to know more. I know this is quite easy to say, but I can tell you that if you are targeting the Maharatnaj, you require very high score. Very, very, very high. That means what I'm said, it's around 150 and 200 probably. So you require to have very, very tough score for that. Next, please. That's what for the PSU. Now for the private. Now the private sector, you must have seen, they are holding the capacity of around 50% in the whole country. And this may go to around 60-70% in time to come. Private sector does not go through the gate. I have heard some people are going, but they go to the campus, on job portals, and company website, employee referrals. That if I refer to you or somebody refers to you, certainly the company may take. So these are considered as a good one. Internship program. And this is where probably I should be talking to further. So you can see here, probably the 50% of job opportunities are available in the private sector, which you lose if you don't have the campus, if you don't have the internship program. This is what the loss that you have. How you are going to make up, that's probably an issue of discussion. Next, please. It's state sector. They are holding around 25% capacity. They are having their power generation, transmission and distribution both. I think they are not calling for the gate score. Some may have done. The policy change from time to time and every year. So probably you are required to go to their websites and notifications, etc. And they mostly recruit in distribution and generation. I think these are the two sectors where there are regular requirements, and you must see the notifications on regular basis, very regular basis. I have come to know that recently Madhya Pradesh had just a recent advertisement for the assistant engineer post in the generation wing. Next, please. Internship. Next, please. Friends, this is where probably the game lies actually. There has to be industry networking for internship. If you ask me, I will go much more higher weightage to your internship. And this is where the role of alumni, college and student, this is why I was telling that I want a college here and the internship not for a week. It should be for 3 to 4 months, combining these two pre-final and final. And not from any hanky-panky organizations. You must do your internship from good organizations It should be either Maharatna or Mini Ratna or Navaratna or a good private sector company. You will probably require to focus that. It may be difficult for you, but I think the college and alumni, we all together, probably will require to probably network and support you. Next week. Industry academia. Next. This is where, whenever I have met your principal, in last 1 year, I think I have met him 3-4 times, I always insisted and requested that at least once in a year, please organize some good workshops. You call the industries, they will come. These are the two very hot topics, students. The climate change and new technology trends in AI, computing power, data and machine learning. Can you imagine how much learning they will provide to you if they come to your campus? You can't imagine that. And then your own networking. I do not know whether some of the syllabuses have been revisited or not. I don't know whether in your board of governors there are alumni. Who is looking to your syllabus? I don't know really. And these are some of the things which really I want to discuss. Next, please. Yeah. Next. I will not like to make any comment on this. Just please for 30 seconds you keep this slide and then go. No comment on this slide. This is my own experience. This is not I copied from any Google or anywhere. Whatsoever I am saying here, this is my own thing. People may agree or disagree with me. This is what I feel. I think half minute is over. Go to the next. No comment on this. You have to see yourself. You have to decide. Case study. Students, now this is the most important part of my talk to you, which I want to give you. Do you know where is Singrauli? Singrauli is part of Rewa division, located at a distance of 175 kilometers. It is power capital of India. Close to 20,000 megawatt power generation capacity. It's energy capital of India. Around 100 million tons of coal production. And Singrauli is the headquarters of Northern Coalfields Limited. That means chairman, managing director of Northern Coalfields Limited and all their functional directors sit there. It is the talent hub of engineers. 3 or 4 very successful private organizations are located there. NTPC Vindhyachal at 4,760 megawatt is the largest power plant of India. It's in Vindhyachal, Singrauli, and it has got state-of-the-art technology. Now at the head of Vandam they are in some time. And Rewa, you know, that has 750 megawatt solar plant. And this is in top 10 in India. You know that. BHL Bhopal is the biggest power transformer manufacturing company, which is easily accessible from Rewa. Rewa is one of the biggest producers which is proved to be technically, economically feasible for hydrogen production. Biomass is considered to be renewable energy. Biomass से आप हाइड्रोजन बना सकते हैं, and this will be called as renewable hydrogen. और हाइड्रोजन जो है ये दूसरा एक बहुत बड़ा फ्यूल होने वाला है. Hydrogen driven cars, hydrogen say power generation, lot many things are going to come. But not now. It may take around 15-20 years. Next, please. What you are required to do here, this is what I have mentioned. You have to do this case study. What do you have to do? Let me first repeat the question. What would be key learning from these plants? Suppose if you are asked to visit there, you are a student, you have your hunger for learning, you have got hunger for your capacity enhancement. If you go there, what would be the key learning from these plants? How will it enhance your capability and employability? What specialized knowledge and skill would you like to pursue there? How do you propose to harness these facilities? Bring out what college should do to tie up your visit to the plants. My suggestion is this, that all the students and you can see that your HOD is not there, you can make 2 groups, 3 groups, 4 groups, whatsoever you want. But one member as a leader, one member as a convener, and rest you can make as expert. Analyze it, hold it. Within 15 days, you complete it. By 20th of April, submit your HOD. Give me a copy. I am at Riva from 20th to 30th April. If you want, you can discuss with me. Not mandatory, but if you want so, then let me tell you, this you should consider as a mock group discussion. Most of the PSUs may call you for the group discussion after shortlisting, and after that you may go for interview. Whatsoever you will say, I will see that your recommendations are really somehow complied with. Make effort for that. Next please. You see, I have said in the beginning that I have given about me. I am a 50 years veteran of power sector. I have spent 30 years hardcore in project life. I was not in the corporate sector earlier. I used to be in jungles. I used to be in the cross country. I used to be in the fields. I used to be in the area full of water. I used to be areas full of the muck. But then later of 20 years, I was in the corporate. From 2000 to 2020, which I continued to work, I have been in the corporate. 60-40. I am the IPMA. This is a Project Management Capability Organization. I am the Certified Director. I am Fellow of Institution of Engineers. I am Independent Director. I am Consultant. I am an avid reader of books and technology and spirituality. I am member of Forum for Ancient Indian Knowledge and Wisdom. I am planting trees. I am still a student and learning many things. I had to मेरी 1 जून में परीक्षा है. मैं उसके बारे में तभी बताऊंगा जब मैं पास हो जाऊंगा. अगर फेल हो जाऊंगा इसलिए मैं नहीं बता रहा हूं. But during interactive session, if you can really try to find out why I have mentioned it here. What is the purpose? It's not to glorify myself. I am not to gain anything now. I have nothing left, no aspirations for me in the life. But then why I have mentioned it? I would like to know from you during interaction. I am a firm believer of this adhishthanam tatha karta karanai cha prasavidam vidhashta prasak cheshta devam chevatra panchamam. This is a Gita shloka. Try to understand it. There are 5 factors here. He says 5 factors. The 5 factors are your doership, your project, you as a doer, that means your knowledge, your instruments, your efforts, your knowledge, and your, of course, destiny. You have to really think it in deep. Next, please. This is what is my conclusion. You may see the conclusion here. You may read it. But in the last, before I go to the conclusion, before I go to the interaction, I will like to share my one story with you. It's not my story, which I have read. It's positive mindset that you can do it. I've said it's all very difficult. You can read it. I'm not going to read the conclusions, but I want to talk to you about the positive mindset. And this I read in the book, which is written by one very prominent author, 2 rather, Gary Hamel and C.K. Prahlad, in Computing for Future. They write about one hypothetical experiment. And the experiment was like this. It's all about mindset. That the 4 monkeys are put in a cage and the bananas are hanged from the roof and it's separated from the stake. There's the blast of water. It's thrown. As the monkey tried to grab, the water is thrown off, so monkeys go back. The experiment is stopped. water hose is taken off, and one of the monkey replaced by a new monkey. There are no water hose now. There are no resistance now. And the monkeys can go and grab it. But when the new monkey tries to go there, the other monkeys pull it. No, you can't go there. Something will come. The experiment stops. After some week, all 4 monkeys are replaced. Bananas are placed. You know what happens? There is no water hose, no resistance. But none of the monkeys go there. None of the monkeys go there. What is that? The author writes, this is what the mind said. Probably somehow those monkeys also could understand that these bananas you cannot grab. So don't go there. And this is what I want to say when I have said that the GATE score is tough. This is a very prestigious organization. This is a very topmost organization. No, I can't go there. I can't reach to Tata. I can't go to Reliance. I can't go to NTPC. Why should you feel like that? So he says, why should you not try? You will go there. You will reach there. And this is what I want, that you must have the positive mindset. And a student, you reach to the top of your career. And this is what my wish. Have the positive mindset and you will reach. Next, please. And this is the interaction. You can go ahead. I am over now. I have done.
Thank you so much, sir, for Now we'll move
मेरी
to the
आवाज
question
कम आ रही,
and
थोड़ा
answer
जरा
session.
आवाज क्यों कम आ रही, थोड़ा बढ़ाइएगा, थोड़ा वॉल्यूम. I don't know.
Can anyone please confirm that I'm clearly audible or not?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Now we'll move towards question answer session. As we can see some questions in our YouTube live chat. So I request Pushpendra and Tanish to go ahead now. Okay.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. So, my first question will be from the Q&A section of YouTube. As
Who is speaking? Can you are Tanish Malvi?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, Tanish. Tell your name. Which
Sir,
year are you? Which year are you?
Sir, I am in 3rd year, EC branch.
That means pre-final, right?
Yes, sir.
Which branch are you?
From EC department, sir.
Okay, tell me your question.
Sir, as non-renewable energy sources run out, we will rely more on renewable energy. But renewable energy plants needs fewer workers. How will this affect jobs?
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Please repeat again.
Sir, as renewable energy sources needs less worker, so how will this affect jobs?
Renewable energy will require less of the people.
Yes, sir.
It's not as imply intensive as the thermal sector. Yes, you are right. But you see, the capacity in the renewable is very high. And in the renewable, it's not only in the project execution, there are the various areas. It's a solar panels manufacturing. It's the wind plants manufacturing. It's the utility itself. Renewable, that means you will not require to go only to the utility which is installed a power plant or which is generating, but all the gamut of the thing. You know, the country is developing the capability to manufacture the solar panels here itself. Everything is imported right now. Why the panels cannot be manufactured here? This is again a question mark. The government has put it very rightly. It's nothing bloody hell silica. But it has to go through a lot of process, a lot of machinery are involved there. So some private sector company like Alumni, etc., they are setting up plant. In 30 gigawatt plant that I have told you, I think they are putting all sort of gamut of facility. So it will be engineering, it will be manufacturing, it will be utility, it will be research, it will be policy analysis, and lot many areas are there. And Tanish, let me tell you that this world is only for the meritorious and hardworking. You have to excel. Have a positive mindset. Don't worry for that renewable. And not only renewable, even nuclear is coming. Hydro is coming in a big way. Thermal is not getting off. Thermal right now 80 gigawatt is going to be under construction. 80,000 megawatt. For renewable, don't be afraid of that. Renewable will open a lot of career opportunity before you. But yes, not in the power plant. You are right. In other area. That's why I said you will require to have knowledge. सोलर प्लांट का ऑपरेशन में कुछ है ही नहीं यार, वहां पर तो एक बार लग गया तो फिर कुछ नहीं है. यू आर राइट. उसका बिहाइंड द सीन बहुत वर्क है उसमें डियर. ओके.
Okay, Pushpendra, you may continue.
Hello, sir. Good evening. My name is Pushpendra Kumar Pathak. I am from third year electrical engineering branch from REC Riva. I have some question from our YouTube live comment section. Power plants using automation are make more efficient, but might reduce the opportunities. So, sir, what think do you about this?
फिर बोलो पुष्पेंद्र, ऑटोमेशन हो रहा है तो क्या होगा?
इस सर जैसे ऑटोमेशन हो रहा है तो ऑटोमेशन से हमारे पावर प्लांट इफेक्टिव तो मतलब बन रहा है, मतलब उनकी जो एफिशिएंसी वो तो बढ़ रही है, लेकिन उससे क्या कि उससे जो मैन पावर जो लगती है वो कम हो रही है, उस कारण से जो जॉब और अपॉर्चुनिटीज वो कम हो रही होंगी.
नो, दिस इज योर रॉन्ग इंप्रेशन. दिस इज जस्ट एनी लेमैन कैन से लाइक दैट who doesn't have an engineering background, that so if the efficiency gain I am working, so the job will get reduced. Efficiency is not a subject, पुष्पेंद्र, कि मैं रात को सो के उठा और कल जाके मैंने efficiency improve कर दी. उसके पीछे lot of researchers are there.
Yes, sir. जैसे मैं भी.
So these things require the manpower. Machine will not generate their. मेरे को इफिशिएंसी क्या इंप्रूव करना है, मेरे को कौन सा डाटा गैदर करना है, कौन सा डाटा मुझे क्या करना है. These are all things required to be made by the power plant only. This is why they say that artificial intelligence, datas and all those things, they are not absolute. Do you feel that artificial intelligence and computing power and all those things, they are going to reduce the manpower issue? Sorry, never. They will require rather more manpower. If I have to improve my efficiency, that's another gamut that I have opened. If you go to the earlier part of electricity boards and stations, you will find all the bloody stations may be just bleeding. I have to make my stations efficient. I require much more learned engineers. I may require MTech specialists. I may require the specialist who is specialized in that particular area. That's why I have talked about specialization. You require specialized knowledge. Efficiency just not like that. There are a dearth of specialists there. There are a lot of journalists in this country, less of the specialists, PS specialists. And nobody can take your man.
Okay, thank
and
you,
nobody
sir.
can take your job. I guarantee you. Are you clear?
Next question.
Pushpendra?
Yes, sir.
बिल्कुल मत डरो. इफिशियंसी डजंट मीन कि मेरा जा रहा है, बल्कि आपको ज्यादा नॉलेज चाहिए है. मैंने कहा ना कि ये सेक्टर ज्यादा नॉलेज बेस्ड है.
यस सर, बट जैसे अभी मैं इंटर्नशिप करने गया था एमपीबीजीसीएल पे,
अरे
तो हमने वहां पर जैसे सर मैं भी इंटर्नशिप करने गए थे हम लोग एमपीबीजीसीएल पे, तो हमने एमपीबीजीसीएल सचाई पे हमने ये जो अमरकंटक थर्मल पावर प्लांट है
वहां गए थे.
यस सर, वहां मैंने इंटर्नशिप की, तो मैंने सर वहां पे देखा कि मतलब बहुत सारा काम ऑर्डिनो से, मतलब मैंने वो ऑर्डिनो सॉरी सर स्टार्टअप से मैनेज हो जा रहा है और जो मतलब जो इंजीनियर्स जो वहाँ पे जो हायर किए गए हैं उनके
If I
पास
can
कोई
intervene,
मतलब
if I can intervene,
काम नहीं
Pushpin, we can move to the next question. Need not to be dialogue on this.
Okay, Pushpendra, you can talk to me later sometime, okay?
Yeah, we can go to
I
the
will
next
explain to you
question.
on that.
Because both the questions till now have
Okay, I
been
understand your
on
worry. Okay.
apprehension of losing the job.
Okay.
We can go to the next question.
Okay, sir. Sir, the next question is, what skill and qualities do power sector employees look for in candidate basis on your experience? Please tell us, sir.
Skills means which you require. You are talking about hard skill or soft skill? What you are talking?
Sir, both.
Hard skills, that means I have told you the knowledge, specialized knowledge. I have mentioned 5-6 areas. I have mentioned you the project management. I have mentioned about your fundamentals of the engineering. If you are a mechanical engineer, your fundamentals about the engineering should be clear. Fundamentals. What is boiler? How the bloody hell the steam is generated? How the turbine rotates? What will happen if the speed goes high? You must be very clear about the fundamentals. That's all. If you want to enter into these Maharatna, be very clear in your fundamentals. Nobody expects you to be expert of the power station or but your fundamentals, if you are engineering, respect the engineering branch, whichever you are. If you are in the control electronics, about control electronics. If you are mechanical, about mechanical. If you are electrical, about electrical. Your subject clarity must be very, very good. That's all.
And that will come from the getting the internship done. You more and more people should go for the practical training, practical internship, and you are very lucky if you are getting the wanting to do the job in the power sector, because Riva, as sir has told, has got one of the biggest solar plant. Singrauli has got the biggest as far as the thermal power plant is concerned. Bhel is one of the biggest in case of electrical transformers are concerned. So you people, and you must try to take great advantage when Sharma sir comes there at Riva. Try to gather and gain as much internship through him, through his contact. He has got tremendous contact in power sector. He is the Mughal of power sector in India. So you must take advantage of that and try to get more and more internship.
Rajiv. Here, Kamudur.
Okay, so moving toward next question, Tanish and Priyanshu, you also can ask.
Next, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Good evening, sir. Myself, Priyanshu Tiwari, and I am from Computer Science Engineering second year. I just want to know that how you see the future of power industry, and are there some government rules which affect the job opportunity in power industry?
No.
Yes, sir.
So far, you are a computer engineer. Computer engineering has also got a lot of scope in the power sector.
Yes, sir.
You see many SCADAs you are seeing. You are seeing the use of the artificial intelligence, robotics, data analytics. It has extensively increased in the power sector.
And sir,
earlier, so government doesn't have these are things which are decided by the organizations only, but computer science does have, particularly in the grid India, you have got a lot of utilization. That means for the computer science, you should try to focus to go into the organizations like the grid control. They are the organizations probably which will be suited for you instead of the power generation company and all those things. So the computer science graduates, you should all focus into that area. Even you can make a lot of improvements in the distribution sector. A lot of SCADAs are coming in the distribution sectors actually. So you will have a very good scope even there as well. But yes, the problem is that distribution sectors are mostly managed by the state level and a lot of inefficiency there. I shouldn't talk about that. But these things are not in the central sector and even in the private sector as well. But then you can focus particularly the grid controls and all those things. And at all, if in the power generation, then the use of your artificial intelligence, IoT. Lot many things are happening wherein we are using. If I have to, let us say, if I have to improve the efficiency of the boiler, I am using certain IoT data, certain artificial intelligence. If I want to improve the quality of my coal, I am using all those things. I am using the data. Then I am saying the computer specialist or the data specialist that you interlink these things and you give me some good result what I should do. So these things are happening here. Priyanshu.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, I think we are towards the end of the session. One last question from Pushpendra only. You may please continue. It's a question from one electrical student only. Pushpendra, are you here? Okay, Tanish, you may proceed then.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah, I think Pushpendra, there was
Yes,
one
sir.
question from one personal question from one electrical student. You may ask that question from sir, in spite of him.
Yes, sir. If any student have a disability in his eye and he is also in electrical engineering branch in his third year of graduation, he sees the some requirement notification like NTPC and other power sectors. Then he knows the NTPC allowed only 6x6 in both eyes people, and he is disabled with 40% in one eye. So what he should do? Leave the electrical engineering field or continue with preparation in electrical engineering?
Oh, you are saying disability about the eyes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ऐसा कोई केस हुआ है क्या? Let me know that. I'll have to really see कि मतलब उसकी eyes poor थी तो उसको छोड़ना पड़ा. I think इतना बड़ा काम तो वहाँ पे नहीं भाई. I don't think so. क्या दोनों आंखें क्या थी मतलब आंखें क्या थी मतलब what were the really problem?
Sir, he was problem in his one eye and notification में सर clearly लिखा हुआ है कि मतलब जो कैंडिडेट है वो मतलब सुटेबल होना चाहिए बोथ आई में 6x6 डिवीजन के लिए.
अब देखो यार ये सब चीजें जो है ना एंट्रेंस के टाइम पे द मेडिकल फिटनेस रिक्वायरमेंट्स आर देयर. सो दीज थिंग्स पीपल ऑलवेज ट्राई टू फॉलो द रूल बुक एक्चुअली. बट बाद में ये मान लीजिए कि आप जॉब में चले गए एनटीपीसी में और तब आपकी आंख खराब होगी तो आपको कंपनी नहीं निकालेगी. लेट मी टेल यू दैट. सो ऐसी कोई डिसेबिलिटी वाली ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है. बट जॉब रिक्वायरमेंट्स और जो उसमें जो लिखा रहता है उसमें द पीपल हु आर रिक्रूटिंग दे आर सिंपली फॉलोइंग द रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस. They will simply not allow you then. I can tell you. Because वो तो जो लिखा हुआ है वो तो simply shortlist कर देगा because the people are waiting for you. But this is not that so much specific for the jobs and all those things. But yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
I think we are done with question answer session. So we are towards the end of the session.
One thing, Vaishnavi, one thing more I wanted to know from you is that I said to you that I would like to discuss. Why I mentioned in one slide about me? What was the reason? What the message I wanted to give? Can anybody say? What is the message which I wanted to give you?
In the last you wrote, sir, that I'm still a student and learning things, which actually what we understood is like there is no age of learning. There are a lot of knowledge and we can just explore.
No.
That last line, what I
said, yes, that I have also concluded. No, the point which I was trying to make, that don't sit in your past. पास्ट को भूल जाओ. What you are at present, that is what is important. मैं जो था that is my temporary. What I am, that's what is very important. But all your career, you try to be like this. I wanted to convey the knowledge sells. If you are knowledgeable, you will never sit. You will always remain busy. Don't do your past. Past को बिल्कुल भूल जाओ. Look for the present. हमेशा present में act करो. बहुत ज़्यादा future को मत देखो. काम करते जाओ. Past को तो बिल्कुल नहीं देखो. Some people feel that okay, I am so and so, or I am from a very poor family, or this is that, my education background, so what will happen? No, nothing matters. See your present. What's important is your own capability, nothing else. And knowledge. Never ignore the knowledge. I have found that the knowledge actually beats everything, but the soft skills are equally very important. I have seen people failing very badly in spite of having knowledge if they don't have certain soft skills. So both are equally important. 60-40, this is what the ratio I give. But knowledge is the essential part. The message which I wanted to give is, please leave your past. Be at your present. That's all. Nothing else.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time and this great session. We are
I'm sorry.
towards the end of
कुछ time मेरे से overshoot हो गया है. I think around 15 minutes.
No issue. I think we should proceed for the snapshots. I request all the RDC PDM members and respected alumni to turn on their camera and smile for the memory of our webinar. So, yes, PDM members, Priyanshu and Tanish, Srinivas, everyone, please turn on your camera.
Hello, Rajiv. Good evening to you. Air Commodore Rajiv.
Sir.
Ma'am, could you please acknowledge?
Done, Vaishnavi.
Okay, sir. Good.
Okay.
So, furthermore, I would request Srinivas Beg for vote of thanks. So, yes, Srinivas, you may proceed.
Thank you, Sharma ji. Thank you very much for interact.
Thank you for being here. Thank you. We are the classmates. We both are the classmates, actually.
Okay. Yeah, Srinivas, you may please continue.
On the behalf of RSU, I would like to thank our chief guest, Mr. R.S. Sharma, our alumnus and former CMD of NTPC for gracing us with their presence today and sharing his valuable insights on employment opportunities in power sector on behalf of the Thank you, sir. Your guidance has been invaluable. It has provided our students with a deeper understanding of the industry and the avenues it offers for career growth. Your career is an inspiration to us, showcasing what can be achieved through dedication and hard work. Once again, thank you so much, sir, for sharing your precious time with us. And I would also like to thank other guests for joining the session and guiding us. And lastly, I would like to thank our wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Stay tuned for more events and insightful session.
Actually, in the last, if you just allow me, probably the one thing which I will like to tell you, which I have said in the conclusion, I would like to have just two things from you people. What is the internship? The focus on the internship. I think the college and alumni must chart out the strategies for the internship as well as certain more specialized courses and certain offline
Just a second.
seminars. I think these are some of the things which I would like to talk to you, which I would like to talk to you and to your college management when I am there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for today's session.
If I can say something, in the previous session, I have given certain assignment for students to complete. The time is coming in the next week. As also, Sarma sir has given some assignment which will be requested to be completed by 28th. Both these assignments are there for the benefit of students. Kindly do that properly. Whether it was a triangle, whether it was a roadmap, what you want from the alumni, what you want from the college, or what you want, what Sarma has told today. So please be ready on that. All these sessions should be taken as a learning session and an improvement session, and you must take the task in the right earnest. Thank you.
Actually, राजू एक चीज मुझे और कहना था, आप लोगों को केस स्टडी यदि मान लो समझ में नहीं आई होगी, ज्यादा हमने उसमें समय नहीं दिया, सिर्फ पढ़ा है, तो प्लीज यू कैन टॉक टू मी, बट प्लीज डू द केस स्टडी सीरियसली. दैट विल हेल्प यू ऑल. केस स्टडी के बारे में यदि आपको फर्दर डिस्कस करना हो तो जरूर बात करिएगा, बट प्लीज डू इट सिंसियरली.